Good late Saturday evening. I'm certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this December 9th of 2017. Hard to believe, only 16 days away until Christmas and, 22 days, just 3 weeks away almost for the beginning of a new year. Hard to believe time's flying by so fast. But let's talk about weather, though. It's been a quiet day. We're going to stay quiet overall for much of next week, but temperatures, they're going to be up and down a little bit. We'll walk you through the forecast as we go along, but from 7th and Rangeline late on this Saturday night, not looking too bad. A little traffic still from the east side of Joplin, but in general, it has been a fairly quiet night. A low 26 this morning, cooler than our average low 29, but a nice rebound to 46 this afternoon at the Joplin Regional Airport. Needless to say, the records of 71 for the high back in 1993 and the low of 0 just 2 years after that, that remains intact for yet another year. Both of those readings, rather. Looking at temperatures just past the top of the 11 o'clock hour, we had most spots mainly in the middle to upper 20s, and this is where we're going to hover by midnight before we see temperatures try to warm up as we go through the overnight. The reason why? It's the wind. Throughout the day, we had a northwest breeze, let's say sustained from 10 to 20 miles per hour, but no out of the ordinary strong winds or wind gusts. We had the wind die down this evening, but now, as you notice, the wind is beginning to shift out of the southwest. That will eventually try to warm us up as we go through the overnight, and that will at least ensure that we have a bit of a warmer afternoon tomorrow. You can see for yourself, we start the overnight out with a southwest breeze, and it picks up to about 5 to 15 miles per hour as we go into sunrise Sunday morning. And we'll keep the breeze at 5 to 15 miles per hour. In some spots, there may occasionally be a breeze out of the west, but in general, we have a milder breeze to work with for tomorrow. That is why I think we can go a little bit warmer for your Sunday afternoon. The Skywatch Storm Tracker has been nothing but quiet all day long here. Any cloud cover close to us, you had to venture close to the St. Louis area, definitely closer to the Great Lakes. But if you wanted big-time snow, comparatively speaking, you definitely had to venture toward the eastern seaboard from our nation's capital, working all the way up to the U.S.-Canadian border as you work through the state of Maine, where there's still a little bit of snow going on as we go into this late Saturday night and Sunday morning. And it's hard to believe where the snow originally started. It was a good system that had a lot of moisture with it, got some cold air to work with it, and that actually encouraged some snow in parts of Texas, especially around, I think, the Alamo, and even close to the U.S.-Mexico border. Really hard for that to come by my last check, at least. And then we have the snow work along the Gulf Coast from Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, and it continues its march to the northeast. For us, though, we just have a quiet warm front passing through just to our north, but as it does, that's what's allowing that southwest breeze to kick in as we go through the night. And thankfully, at least, a bit of a milder day for us tomorrow. For the overnight, though, by midnight again, we'll still be mainly in the upper 20s, well, middle to upper 20s overall. Most spots, I think, right around 29 degrees, though. As that southwest breeze kicks in, though, look at this. We could go into the lower, if not middle 30s, by the time we get closer to sunrise. I think Joplin around 34 or 32 by 6 a.m. And then throughout the day, the future track hasn't arrived yet, at least with cloud cover. I don't think we'll see a heck of a lot of it, so we'll say mostly sunny skies for your Sunday. But I think it's underdoing temperatures a bit with a good southwest breeze, and even with the west breeze throughout the day. I do think we can go above 50 degrees for afternoon highs. So I think for most areas, let's start around 29 early in the morning, and then we should be at least in the lower to middle 30s by sunrise, 50 degrees by noon. And then I think afternoon highs should top out right around 55. We go into your Sunday night and Monday morning on the quiet side, but it will still be a cold start for your Monday morning with overnight lows planning on dropping back into the mid-30s, but we keep the skies nice and quiet as we go into Monday. But as we go throughout the coming week, it's going to be about, I guess you could argue, up and down temperatures because of the jet stream setup. For most of this weekend, the jet has been right on top of us, meaning about average temperatures with the cooler than normal air to the north of the jet and the warmer air to the south. As we play along here, maybe a quick warm-up for your Monday as well, but as we go into Tuesday, the overall trend will be another good shot of colder air. I'm thinking by Tuesday that could result in maybe lower 40s for afternoon highs. It's going to be a dry Tuesday, though, even though that upper level low in the Great Lakes wants to really dig the jet down south. It doesn't really have a lot of moisture to work with, so we're keeping things dry as we go through Tuesday. Wednesday, the jet tries to lift back north, so that means temperatures will try to bounce back into the 50s Wednesday, then back into the 40s on Thursday, then back into the 50s as we go into the coming weekend. But by late next Saturday, and especially by late next weekend, definitely with a system running along the jet, I would not be surprised if we had some early indications of rain trying to pop up Saturday afternoon, if not Saturday evening. So, with that said, we're keeping things pretty quiet overall for the course of your week, but kind of, again, up and down temperatures. 55 for your Sunday afternoon, 58 on Monday, down to 28 Tuesday with highs only around 41 Tuesday afternoon. Then we're back to 57 on Wednesday, back down to 43 on Thursday. And so far, the coming weekend will be chilly, but not looking too bad, with 52 Friday and 59 on Saturday. And we'll still keep an eye on some possible systems that could start lining up by late next weekend. Have a good night. Have a great Sunday.